Alright, what's up everybody? I'm back with another story time video. I got another story to tell. This is one that I was reminded of the other day while watching Brew Stew Films. He's a cool guy. Crazy guy too. And he reminded me of a game that I used to play with both my brother and my friends sometimes, mostly my brother, when we were bored when I was younger. You know, we didn't always just play fucking Mario or Skylanders on the Wii. You know, we didn't always just go play NASCAR on the PS2, or we didn't just go and, you know, I didn't like sports, so we're going to do that. And, you know, school was easy when you're a kid. Wish it could be that easy now. Well, I'm not in school, actually, so it's even easier than it was when I was a kid. Boom! Pays to be an adult sometimes. Sometimes you pay to be an adult. Aha. But anyway, I got a fun story to tell. There's a game we like to play called the Stair jumping game. You can tell, sounds. The title itself is pretty self-explanatory. In fact, really, it didn't have much of a title. We kind of just did it. Or was it that? I think it was like step jump or jump step or no, jump step's its own thing. I don't remember exactly what we called it. It wasn't called the Stair jumping game, but it's the most explanatory title that I can come up with. The premise is simple. You start at the lowest step, right? Lowest step before you reach the floor. In fact, it was on those very stairs, right off screen, this happened. But you would start at the lowest step to the floor, right? And then you jump off of it onto the floor, right? Harmless enough, you know. You do that, but once you're done, you go to the next step. You do that one. You jump down to the floor, right? And then it just continues. You go next step, next step, next step, next step. Now, as you can see, the higher up you go, the more dangerous this game could get. Something that's very obvious in the adult brain, but not so much for a 6-year-old or a 7-year-old, you know. You're just looking to have some fun. You don't care how you fuck up your body. You just want to have some fun. And, you know, that's kind of the mentality that I had. And usually the game would never get that far. We usually go like a couple of steps and just be done with it. Probably because our survival instincts kicked in and we were just like, this is stupid. We didn't really know why it was stupid, but we just knew it was stupid, so we stopped. Or we were stopped for a different reason, or whatever. Probably because, you know, my parents don't want us jumping down the stairs and breaking our legs. One particular day, on the day this game died, I just want to say, it was when we went past where we usually go. We usually stopped at like 3 or 4 steps. But this day we decided to push the envelope farther. And we decided to go farther than that. Started off as normal, as simple. Just go one step, another step, another step. We got to where we usually stopped, that boundary. And I was just like, I don't want to stop. I want to keep going. So I did something I never done before. Now there's a little, on our stairways, this is true for our other stairway too, there's a little landing in between. It's like a bigger flat area. It's where the stairs turn directional to go the rest of the way up. I never jumped from there before. But on this day, I decided to do so. I got a friend of mine, my brother, watching on the stairs below. And, you know, I just went for it. Not thinking too much about why this was stupid. Again, because I'm 7 and have no collections of mind whatsoever. And I took a pretty hard fall. Now, for anybody out there who has to ever like take a big fall, hopefully accidental, you fall from a steady height. Here's what I recommend in order to attempt to not break bones or even like fracture them. When you as you're starting to land, bend your legs. Let the legs flow with you. Let the legs flow through you. As Darth Vader would say. Don't know who said that exactly. Or maybe it was Emperor Palpatine. I don't know. We haven't done the Star Wars marathon yet, so I have not don't know too much about that. But that way, your legs won't brunt as much of it, and don't do it stiff so that they won't, break. If you break your butt, well, look how it turned out for SpongeBob. You'll be fine. But I was too stupid. I did not know what I was doing, so the dumbass that I did not do any of the bending tricks, and I landed really hard on my one ankle. Fortunately, did not break a bone, did not sprain it, did not fracture it. Well, looking back now, I think I did sprain it. But I never got it formally looked at, so it doesn't go down in the books as an official sprain, because I never got it looked at, right? All I know is when I hit the ground, I was in immense pain, and my ankle was hurting like crazy. I could not walk when I got up, and I thought I had broken my leg. I didn't break my leg, like I said. I just had to get helped over to the couch. I sat down for like a half hour, and I got up, and I was fine. About as fine as somebody who just jumped a half a flight of stairs could feel when they're 7. Nothing really came out of this, but I did find it kind of crazy how the connection of there being possible injury, like more severe injury than what I had definitely for sure experienced was. Does anybody have that problem with their ankle? Like they're just like standing around, walking around, and like sometimes your ankle just like gives out on itself randomly, and you like have to stumble and try to catch yourself. Does anybody do that? I'll try and reenact it without giving off feet pics, but you're just going about your day, doing this, like that, like your ankle just, and you just like go like that, try and stabilize yourself. Yeah, I never had that problem before this incident, but I have it semi-often now. So my thought is this: I did fuck up my ankle. It is still fucked up, and that's why I have that problem. Now, that wouldn't explain everybody else's case, unless they also were playing this exact same game and had the exact same problem that I did. We'll never know. But anyways, that was the end of the stair jumping game. Never did it again, and never did it since. Wait, that's the same thing. Never did it since. And I'll never do it again. That's what I was looking for. But I thought it was a little fun story to tell. I want to know what you guys thought. Any fun stories about games you played as a child? Because I'd like to know. Were they as dangerous, more dangerous, or less dangerous than the one that I just experienced? Or just explained to you? And if anybody out there has any ideas of doing this game, don't. Especially if you're a bigger person. Don't. I'm sure if I did it now, I would definitely have broken an ankle or my leg. Because there'd be a lot more weight coming down. Even though I used my trick. I don't think it would have worked that well here. I'm just thinking stop, drop, and roll type thing. But I'll never know because I'm never trying this game ever. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Stay tuned for much more amazing content. Maybe I'll tell some more fun stories as soon as I figure out what they are, because this one just randomly popped back in my head, and I thought it'd be fun to make a video about. And that's kind of how this all spawns. So, until next time, see you guys later. Goodbye.